For this accord, P2176 means the ECM/PCM has not learned the throttle actuator idle position. In the bay, that may show up as idle complaints, limited throttle response, or a throttle system warning, but the diagnostic path stays focused. Confirm whether the code is active. Watch whether the throttle plate can go fully closed. Then separate a dirty or faulty throttle body from a motor circuit or PCM-side issue. Before getting into it, capture the freeze data and any onboard snapshot. Also, if another throttle position correlation code is stored at the same time, handle that first, then come back and recheck P2176. And keep your fingers out of the installed throttle body anytime the ignition is on or the vehicle is in on mode. If the throttle valve moves, it can seriously injure your fingers. Start by turning the ignition switch to on Roman 2 or selecting on mode with the engine start/stop button. Clear the DTC with the HDS. Then turn the ignition switch to lock 0 or select OFF mode. Turn it back to on Roman 2 or on mode and wait for 10 seconds. Now check for pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P2176 is indicated again, the failure is duplicated, so move on to the throttle body operation check. If P2176 is not indicated, treat it as an intermittent at this point. The system is okay right now, so check for poor connections or loose terminals at the throttle body and the PCM, then clean the throttle body. Next, turn the ignition switch to lock 0 or select OFF mode. Disconnect the intake air duct from the throttle body. Turn the ignition back to on Roman 2 or on mode. Clear the DTC with the HDS and visually check throttle valve operation while running the etc. test with the HDS. Do not put your fingers near the throttle plate while doing this. If the throttle valve moves to its fully closed position, continue with the throttle body condition check. If it does not move fully closed, move to the MTR1 and MTR2 open wire check. With the ignition in lock 0 or the vehicle in OFF mode, remove the throttle body and inspect the throttle valve for sludge or carbon. If sludge or carbon is present, clean the throttle body, then verify the repair. If the throttle valve is clean and there is no sludge or carbon, replace the throttle body, then verify the repair. If the throttle valve did not move to the fully closed position, check the MTR1 and MTR2 circuits. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0 or select OFF mode. Jump the SCS line with the HDS. Disconnect PCM connector C, the 51P connector, and disconnect the throttle body 6P connector. At the throttle body connector, connect No. 1. Blue/red to No. 2. GRN/yellow with a jumper wire. Then check continuity at the PCM connector between C11, GRN/yellow, and C12, blue/red. The test condition is ignition in lock 0 or OFF mode, PCM connector C disconnected, throttle body 6P connector disconnected, and throttle body connector No. 1 and No. 2 jumped. If there is continuity, the MTR1 and MTR2 wires are okay. Update the PCM if it does not have the latest software, or substitute a known good PCM. Then verify the repair. If there is no continuity, repair the open in the MTR1 wire and slash or the MTR2 wire between PCM C11 and C12 and the throttle body, then verify the repair. Keep verification separate from the testing. Turn the ignition switch to lock 0 or select OFF mode and reconnect all connectors. Exit SCS mode with the HDS. Turn the ignition switch to on Roman 2 or select on mode, then reset the PCM with the HDS. Do the PCM idle learn procedure. Turn the ignition switch back to lock 0 or OFF mode, then turn it back to on Roman 2 or on mode, and wait for 10 seconds. Check for pending or confirmed DTCs with the HDS. If P2176 is still indicated, check for poor connections or loose terminals at the throttle body and the PCM, clean the throttle body, and return to the initial verification path. If the PCM was updated, Substitute a known good PCM and recheck. If the PCM was substituted, return to the initial verification path. If P2176 is not indicated, troubleshooting is complete. If a known good PCM was substituted, replace the original PCM. If any other pending or confirmed DTCs are indicated, check what they mean and diagnose those separately. The key on P2176 is not to jump straight to parts. Confirm the code, prove whether the throttle plate can close, inspect for deposits, then test the throttle motor circuits before making the PCM call. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.